that's on the EnVy team, and that's the big problem. You know, you can take all your homework and like, you know, try and bring it to class here, but EnVy, you know, they are some superstars.
They're the
that's
dogs.
Gonna be, yeah, that's
they just
gonna
eat
be,
your homework, Anders.
Exactly. That's pretty much it. No excuses is going to be good enough this time around. It is going to be mainly armor on the EnVy team here as they get stuck on the terrorist side, setting up for maybe a push into main, while on the dignitas team, we've got pretty much a similar setup for armors here.
Yeah, a little bit of a bait there on the EnVy side in A main, trying to see if anybody on dignitas was holding aggressive, if they wanted to go for a peek once they heard those steps. But it doesn't really pan out that way. And EnVy, when they realize, well, they aren't going to peek us, they're actually playing smart right now, dignitas. They aren't really giving us much to work with. They decide to rotate back around towards that B site. And this is ideal here for EnVy. There's only 2 guys holding anywhere near here, and Pimp gets tagged down to 20 HP right at the beginning of this. So it's further weakening the B defense. This is going to be perfect for EnVy. They can just go crashing in here, and all they have to worry about is MSL.
Oh, he gets that first click, but then... Oh, he actually gets a second one on Kiyoshima. Those bullets must have landed simultaneously, because I swear he was dead before actually he got the return frag on Kiyo there, but... Bomb will go down in the corner here. Nice plant position. Kirby winning a very crucial fight against Happy. If he dies, then there is no flanking. EnVy have a really good defense. Kenny pushing aggressively. Is going to pick up 1 kill, but now it's all on Apex here. 37 health, 1 versus 2. Trying to see if he can find the right angle. He's got the bomb covered. He can go in and look at that through checkered, and he is wrapping around here, exposing himself too much, and Pimp will end up taking him down. So it was a pretty good position to put the bomb in, just because you can cover it from checkered, but he had to peek out really far there to get that kill, and AC will get the defuse at the end.
Yeah, he had no way of knowing that the kit wasn't there on the site. That's the main detail. You saw Pimp running back all the way, like pretty far back into CT spawn actually, to go and pick that kit up. So of course Apex, he doesn't get this info. He doesn't spot it. But had he known, he might have chosen to play that situation a little differently there. But I mean, he did the best that he could. I think 37 health, no armor, just the P250. I mean, it's a tough situation to be in a 1v2. So EnVy, they get the bomb plant, and what do? They go straight for the buy. Most teams would just go for some P250s, maybe a flash, right, and you know, just save up for the AKs. Not EnVy.
No.
EnVy just go for the straight out buy. They want to keep the pressure up on dignitas.
This is almost like the EnVy test, isn't it? It's like, are you good enough to handle this? Then we'll start taking it seriously. If not, then you know we're gonna roll you. So already opening up with a headshot, of course, from the Deagle. It's gonna be Happy, and then we've got 2 other Deagles and 2 Tech-9s in play here. They open up the squeak door, and on site is he's gonna get the 1 kill in. And Kirby, they almost line up with Kiyoshima. He picks up a double kill, and he can't get the bomb down though. Maybe a little bit slobby there. Schneider just walking with the FAMAS and getting 2 kills, and it's gonna leave it in 2 versus 2 still.
What the hell was that? Yeah. That was awkward. Kiyoshima just stood there, basically. What was going on? And now it's going to be Happy and Apex. Last 2 alive. Happy, here's the steps on short. He's just crossing his fingers, hoping that MSL overextends. And MSL... Oh, Happy actually misses the shot. That's not something that happens every day. If given that opportunity, like 9 times out of 10, Happy will annihilate MSL, punish him for making that mistake, not checking close to that corner immediately. But that is a rare mistake made there by Happy. That is not every day you see that.
Yeah, I have to agree. That was a perfect opportunity. He must have even seen the gun barrel walking in first, so plenty of time to get something done here. All right, well, I mean, a bit of luck, and dignitas are back in a 2-0 lead here, and EnVy gonna have to go for no armor. Still a couple of pistols, obviously, but they're EnVy, but yeah, a little bit of breathing room here for the Danish team, and they do need it. Yeah,
they can breathe a sigh of relief, and they get a bit of an idea as well. I mean, AZ, he knows what the state of the economy here. He knows what they're going up against. He goes for that MP9, looking to farm some money up, and he's even going aggressive with it as well, wanting to get all the way up into Toxic, it looks like. Just hoping to be able to catch somebody out of position. Exactly. Apex takes out Schneider, though, and that was from short, so they do manage to still show EnVy that they've got some bite, even with just the pistols. And this is one of the best pistol teams in the world, pretty much.
Yeah, hard to argue against. Their success at winning the follow around to the pistol is pretty legendary at this point, which is a little bit silly because, I mean, they do actually lose an incredible amount of pistol rounds, which seems like, you know, why not just try and win the pistol round, but yeah, I don't know. There's some French logic in there somewhere.
It's the Glock, Anders. It's the Glock. They can't all have Tech-9s and Deegs.
Oh, Apex crouches in, and Pimp got to be careful here. This is pure headshot range for the Deagle, but he's going to take out Apex and MBK to follow. Really good job here. Stays safe as well, and Kenny and Happy are going to be the last 2 left. Happy has stolen that M4, and they're boosting up, and a nice headshot is going to down MSL. He's going to go for the peek again, but aim punch is going to put him out of the round, and Kenny now in the back lines here. 11 health left, 1 versus 2. He goes down to AC. So it will be the round for dignitas, although a very expensive round, just like the last one.
Mm-hmm. Well, Happy had to take the risk. For a moment there, you're thinking, why did he step out into the open, right? But then, obviously, if he's getting a shot from there, he's clearly telling Dignitas, there's two guys back here behind quad boxes. You know exactly where the two of us are playing from. And Happy, that moment of hesitation where he didn't drop off immediately and start moving, that's what cost him. He got caught out in the open, and well, what could have been a clutch situation there for EnVyUs kind of just fell into Dignitas' hands. EnVyUs can still be happy, though. They get the bomb plan out of that situation. They still get 3 kills. And so Dignitas, despite winning 3 rounds so far and getting up on those rifles, they don't really have a whole lot of money to work with.
Oh, bit of a misstep there. Kenny looked like he actually had the timing right, but Pimp will end up winning that fight, and that's a good sign. And you're absolutely right about the money. Dignitas, if they lose here, they will be straight out of money, and Envy will pretty bounce right back into the game. So this is actually a critical round, a huge round here for Dignitas if they can pick it up.
And they're going to go aggressive. Yeah, Pimp. He's just waiting for somebody to go for the peek, but he could find that angle. Happy, though, he is scoped up. And Schneider, in the meantime, takes out Apex. There's the jump to get the info, and Happy now going to be ready. And Kiyoshima's the one to land the shot, though. Happy just a little off point today. He might be able to pick up AC, and this could be a golden opportunity here. Happy, expecting the forward position, though, will step out into the open and get picked off. So a 2-on-4 situation now for Envy. They're slowly getting picked off one after another here. Dignitas doing an admirable job so far on the defense.
Yeah, 2 versus 4. All they really had to do is wait for someone to try and put the bomb down, and then they should be able to retake it in full. There's no reason to really risk anything here. Kirby will be going down, caught off a little bit there, up at the railing, and Snyder playing a great position for what's coming, but he can't win that fight. Low on health, and Kiyoshima takes him down. MSL sneaking in, finds the angle, and almost kills both of them. Grenade, he does not have one just yet. Kiyoshima going to be the last man left here. 1 versus 2, and actually there was a grenade put out by AC there, so now Kyo at least going to get the bomb plant. Don't see him escaping from this corner, though.
No. He did his job. That was the best case scenario. That's the long play. He's not going for the big frag wheel moment. He could still win, but they peek him together. Great coordination there on Dignitas' side. That's all Kiyoshima is hoping for, is that one of them is going to step out, get impatient, try and make the play happen for himself, and then he gets to turn it into a 1v1. Solid team play. And that's what you need if you're going to beat Envy. If you can't 100% rely on your aim to win you every duel, you need to be able to communicate effectively and be able to work together as a unit just like that.
So, I mean, it is another round where they're down to only 2 people left alive, and I think Envy, combined with the bomb plant, they feel like that's enough for us to want to break them. I mean, it's kind of disappointing. You win 4 rounds in a row. The most you have is 1,700 on AZ there, so got to be careful. He is 7-1-1, so I'm glad we started off by highlighting him because he's been doing a good job. If they push B right now, then Pimp's going to be the only one there, so that's a bit of a strange setup. Look at this from Dignitas.
And right now, Envy have no map control. They have no information to go off of, so it has to be a quick play here onto the B side, and Pimp is going to pick off Apex because currently Dignitas pushing all the way back into T-spawn. They're going to wrap in, and Envy, they're going to get caught in a vice. Bomb will get planted, though. They do get control of the B site, but this is still an advantageous position here for Dignitas. They've got that man advantage, and they're going to have the element of surprise coming in from the back halls.
They should have, although there's one hiding just to the left here, and it's Happy playing in Toxic, so now they've got him at least boxed here for a while. Another couple of members are coming in. Can they pick him off? MSL crouching around the corner. Is going to get headshot by Happy, and he's looking for another couple of kills here. Nice spray and takes down Schneider, and now it is going to be AC and Pip left here. 2 versus 3. Pip picks up a kill. He actually wants to go for the retake. A little bit dangerous, and now he's in a very bad position. Don't see any way, and he's going to end up running out of the bomb site here. So Envy barely making it out, but you know, I am still impressed. This is a round that you only throw, I think, if you're playing against Envy. I think MSL basically said, look, we know that they're mad enough to try and do something crazy here, so let's double push in main, double push in Squeak, see if we can't catch them completely off guard. I think they're actually trying to play on like Envy's side of the court here and just say, you know, we're gonna throw you really out of your comfort zone. If they didn't do exactly what they did Envy this round, if they had, you know, tried to hang around middle or something, this could have been a huge round for Dignitas. So maybe a little bit of misfortune. I still like the idea.
Well, exactly. It's pretty much from our perspective, right? We have the eye in the sky, so we get all the info round after round. And so far, Envy have been very consistent at just spreading out across the map in 1s and 2s, looking for a pick. So you're right, Anders. If MSL, if they decide to push out like that in force, it definitely falls about for Envy. Nice shot there by Schneider, taking out NBK, doing enough damage with that P250, but this is still an eco round here for Dignitas, and so Envy should be able to wrap things up neatly here. Nice spray by Happy, picking off Yerby. Looks like Happy's starting to get warmed up as well.
Yeah.
He definitely looked like he had a bit of a slow start to the map. But that's always kind of been the Envy curse as well, right? You know, first net map of the night, They always seem to struggle a little bit, and then as the map progresses, this is where it starts to get a little dangerous for Dignitas. Do they have enough money for a full?
Yeah, I mean, they
barely.
They only saved the AWP from the other round, and then nobody else bought anything, so they're still doing all right. But as you can tell, they've won 4 rounds while only surviving with a couple of members. And Envy, they did 4 just last round.
This is one of those pressure calls, really, and this might come back to bite Dignitas. Because look at how low they are on gear. They don't have kits. They're so limited on nades, and yeah, they have to go for something crazy. And again, they're going for the double push because it didn't really get spotted last time they went for it. So sure, go in. But this time, Kenny's waiting, and Apex, only partially blinded, will pick off Schneider. They figure out Envy that there's a push coming in from Squeak as well, and it's a complete and utter slaughter. Wow. Envy were completely set up, ready and waiting for any kind of crazy stuff to come out from Dignitas. And unfortunately, MSL, this force buy is going to completely screw Dignitas in the early game now. Because before this round, Envy are still only sitting on 2 rounds. Pimp has been doing great work with the AWP. Just go for another round of eco, give Envy a 3rd round, and then just shut them out when you have everything you need, right?
I mean, this is going to be a bit of a confidence breaker as well, because, you pull a move like that, you expect to come up with a lot more than you just did, so probably a little bit of frustration, I imagine, in the Danish camp here, as you're right. 4-3 is going to be the scoreline here. Pimp, M4 in the middle, does get a good timing there on Happy, and he's just trying to stay alive at this point, and that's pretty much all that he can do. They still haven't put the bomb down. They're just looking to box him in and get this rifle away from him. That's some cruel play coming out of Envy.
Nicely done. Does Pimp get greedy? He does. Gets actually quite a bit of damage dealt to him by that HE, but he will get rushed down by Kenny, who has no fear at all. 9 HP on Kenny. He's like, YOLO. And, well, that's a 3rd round for Envy, and sad times for Dignitas, who are down to, around $3,000, $2,500. So another round of pistols coming in here for the Danes. And you really start, and especially considering the strong start that Dignitas had, you're starting to think, okay, this is where they get that confidence, this is where everything starts to go well. But then 2 hard rounds, this is where the jitters will start to set in for Dignitas.
Well, it does seem to follow very well along the lines of how Envy want to play. Essentially, buy up as much as you can, keep the pressure on, and as soon as there's any weak point, they just break through.
That's Kjærby, though. They just killed Kjærby, and I think that Envy will have noticed, yeah, wait a second, what the hell is Kjærby doing up there? Pimp is usually the one playing on high with that AWP. That's his favorite position. That might be it right there. That info gained by Envy, picking up that 1 kill in that player's position, might be enough to tell them, wait a second, something fishy is happening here. So now, well, I mean, Envy basically should be a cleanup round, although MSL gets that timing. Kiyoshima, he's planning for Made and then realizes, wait, I don't have anybody actually watching my back. Schneider, though, will be the last man here for Dignitas, and, well, that round of eco really not panning out unless he can get some kind of magical headshot kill here. No, Happy just dunks him.
Get out. He did get leg jumping up on the box as well, so that ties the scoreline at 4-4 moving into the 9th round. It is finally time for Dignitas to have a really good buy here, but you can already tell how much they've slowed down, and I think, yeah, Kjærby's at 1, 3, and 8 right now, so not finding too much luck either, but we'll see if that can change. Kenny has the AWP, and so does Pimp.
Yeah, again, highlighting Kjærby. This is the main thing for him, is that it seems like in the big matches is when Kjærby seems to fade, right? We see huge plays from him against teams of even skill and against other tier 2 teams. But when he starts facing the tier 1 teams, it seems like that's when Kjærby starts to fade a little bit and struggle. And that comes down to experience, just plain and simple. He's one of the youngest pro CS players right now in the field, so it's something to keep in mind. But it seems like he still needs a little bit more experience to be able to keep that level, maintain it versus the very best.
Yeah, maybe try and just reset himself mentally, because I feel like maybe there has been a lot of pressure on him in the sense that everyone's been saying he's so good. NBK stands in the middle of the smoke, and Kjærby sprays blindly through Schneider. He gets a trade before he goes down. Kjærby in the middle. They could have been a great kill if he could have lined that up. Would have given them the bomb as well, but Apex just a little bit too quick then, and now it's back into a 3 versus 3 with about 44 seconds left. MSL going to check the middle. That's some really good information. Is he going to realize that? Should have been going down way quicker. There was actually an opening there. Now Pimp's alone, though. Yeah,
and Pimp is going to be kicking himself that he just missed that shot. He hears the steps in Squeak. Shot through, though. Apex is gone, but that gives the opportunity here perhaps for Kiyoshima to step in. AC takes out Happy, though, and it is going to come down to Kiyoshima. 1v1 situation now. AC's only got 22 HP. He does have the flash, and he does have the molly, though. But yeah, that molly could just get canceled if Kiyoshima wanted to. Instead, he's going to use that smoke to just create a little bit of space for himself to play with here. It comes down to the headshot. Who's going to get it?
Easy gives up the fact that he's in the bomb site. I'm not sure Kiyoshima realized that. He does not have a kit and walks right into Kiyoshima. So because that door was open, I think he thought maybe he snuck in there, but obviously we could tell he didn't. So great job from Pip, I must say. I mean, getting that shot out of Squeak, really important stuff. Bit of a shame he couldn't end up winning the round for them. So that's 4-5, and now dignitas realize we need everything from here on out. We got to finish this half 10-5, and this is how we're going to try and do it.
For them to have a shot at winning this, right, it had to be like a decisive first half for them. Really, they needed to just like crush Envy, like 11-4, something along those lines. Just constantly keep Envy's economy broken. And that's just not the case. And again, aggressive play here from Happy, and he nearly gets the second one. Schneider's going to be able to jump him in the end. Great Molotovs, though, just end the HE tag as well. AC is gone and checkered. And they just go rushing through the smoke, but it doesn't matter because they go in together, Envy. So NBK with the trade frag, and now a man advantage here for Envy. They've got control of the B site, and there's no hope here for Dignitas in this round.
That was essentially, I think, like a lake of fire in Checkered there. He just could not make it out, so that was a bit unfortunate. I mean, this is for anyone new watching, anyone who's who hasn't been watching Counter-Strike for too long. This is what you really should expect out of Envy. Just the constant pressure, even past the point where a lot of other people start thinking, should they really be buying? Should they really keep forcing it here? And they just keep doing it. And eventually, as soon as they find any weak spot, boom, that's it. They seem to just immediately take over the map and take control of everything. It's kind of it is a little bit scary, but
they just do it. They're just so consistent. Yeah. It's like you're always thinking they're not going to do it again. It can't possibly happen again. They're going to get shut down this time. They're going to get figured out. And yet, the Envy are one of those teams that are just they have this uncanny ability to just grind rounds.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, it's just they find that weakness and then they crush their opponent's economy. It's like T side on Envy. They're just so good at making sure that the CT side never has what they want to work with. Like Schneider, where's your gun? Okay, there it is. Bit of a delayed buy there from Schneider, but it's just full rifles. They actually have some nades, though, this time, Dignitas, so that's going to be a bit of an advantage, but Pimp doesn't have his AWP.
MSL thinking about that grenade for a moment, but deciding against it. Happy's been snuck up really far into the middle here. This is a lot of information and a lot of audio information he can get from what's happening there. Schneider and Kirby holding that A bomb site. Feels like it's going to be an A hit. Look at Happy just walking out there. No information. Bit of a weak setup here for Dignitas, I must say.
No refrag. Just because Kirby's so worried about what's going to be coming out through A, he can't actually face Happy and try and get that frag back. And then now Happy's allowed to get right into Z. Oh my god, it's going to be a slaughter. He picks up another kill and he spots the second man going into CT as well. So now EnVyUs, you can see the instant reaction from them is to just start swarming.
You can actually shoot through into CT spawn as well. You don't just have to do the angle there. So Apex could have even continued to spray if he wanted to. We'll look for more kills in sight here. Pimp gonna go down, and AC wishing desperately he could jump into the truck and just drive away here.
Actually, this works out perfectly for AC.
Yeah.
Because Happy spotted 2 guys. They didn't see 3. So AC, it's good, man. You baited the rest of your team.
Yeah.
And you will live because of it.
That's how it works. Sorry, Pimp, but, there was only room for 1 behind that van. It's true, if they both hide there, they both get found. So, might as well just do it like that.
The Pimp, he was looking out. He was looking out for his boy.
No. I was about to say something. 7-4.
Restraint, Anders?
And moving into the 12th round, I mean, things have just utterly spiraled out of control here for the Dignitas team. We were just praising them, saying it's good job, and even missing that grenade in the middle there.
Yeah, nice. You can see some frustration from him there. And they want to try and set up for the run boost, but...
What are they doing?
I don't even know.
I feel like it's inappropriate, whatever we're about to broadcast there.
I mean, at least Kirby's not a chicken.
Yeah, true.
Dupree's not on the server.
Yeah, that was awful, man. Gonna get a couple of emails from Peter on that one.
Henry's reaction was pretty freaking godlike, though.
Molotovs are in, and it forces the jump, but Kenny's too quick. AC with a nice double kill, though. He's gonna bring it back to 4-3, which doesn't help Schneider a lot in this bomb site, because there's 3 people coming. He's got the M4, no head armor, no grenades. Has to try and buy time just by killing people.
Yeah, he's got to do it the hard way. Well, now, Peekaboo takes out NBK. Bomb is making its way up. It's in Cubby, and Kyoshima just trying to push up on the ramp, but he gets caught in the crossfire. Still takes out Kyoto, but the damage is done. And now Happy's in a 1v3 situation. He has to walk his way onto the site with 35 seconds left. And the bomb, once again, it's out in the open, so he has no edge to work with. Single Molotov not even going to do anything for him here. Spots the man in CT, though, and that's the only peek that needs to be made by Dignitas.
Yep.
The rest of them, exactly. Don't show yourself, Schneider. The update, man. The update. You can't jump for free anymore.
No, 15 seconds here. Happy. He's really trying to get everything he can out of this round. Not afraid to try and take this fight if he has to. And we'll see the result if you try and peek him there. Completely lethal, but he can't win the round still. He could do some damage.
And he keeps going for the fakes. He keeps faking running away and then just be like, yeah, follow me. Yeah, get greedy. See, frustrated a little bit there, you know. But that, like, how many fakes did he go for there? Like 2, 3 in a row, where he just runs the distance and then walks back in.
Yeah, he's playing a bit of a mind game on them there. And AC at 12 kills right now, Happy at 14, scoreline being 7-5. And even if EnVy don't win any more rounds this half, I think they're still going to be in a great position come the second half. But I mean, Dignitas, once again, they win a round, but they only survive with 2 members.
Yeah, that's Happy will still be like, okay, pretty pleased. Okay, now we get it. Yep. Nope. Oh, man. That's taking just a little bit too long. They might try and go for it now.
A little bit scary. Looked like they almost fell into the fire from the squeak doll there, but not quite. Kirby hiding in the corner. That is a dangerous corner to hide in. People regularly check that just by shooting. You can see Kenny can actually hit that angle, so got to be a little bit careful. Now boosted up in middle. And again, the mid control for Dignitas is almost non-existent, and it did cost them around earlier because Happy got to sneak up highway, so you've got to be careful.
But Pimp has rotated over this time. And all remaining members for EnVy, it looks like they just want to come crashing through one single point.
Yes,
it's going to be the flood.
How's Pimp going to stay in that corner? Apex goes down. Kirby with a big grenade. But there's the Molotov one side. The other side, Pimp, he couldn't even do anything. NBK to take him out. Kirby in the corner. Sprays one, but Kenny's there. Now it's all on AZ.
Yeah, that's some confidence as well from NBK, just leading the way with the bomb. Knows that his mates are right behind him, that they're going to be able to follow up that frag. And now it's going to be AC stepping forward. Doesn't deny the plant, but he gets a key frag. Brings it back to a 2-on-2, and they know that Kyoshima was playing behind Forklift. MSL's there to pick up the kill. And now it comes down to Happy. Bomb is not planted for him, though. This is, hugely ugly. He doesn't get that frag. MSL, he's got 11 HP. He might start roasting here, though. He's right on the edge, but 1 second, and it's not going to be enough. Happy, he misses the nade, and that's going to cost them the round.
That was actually a hard Molotov to throw as well. That would have been very interesting if he could have actually hit that perfectly. So pretty good job there. I mean, Dignitas surviving the round in spite of some awkward positioning. Again, I don't understand the lack of mid-control and Pimp in that corner. When you're this late and EnVy have that many grenades, I mean, the only way for you to win that fight is if you just hit the first AWP shot and then run away, essentially, because otherwise you're going to you're going to get Molotov. Double AWP, though, this time. Schneider and Pimp both, and we'll see if Dignitas can turn this around.
And I mean, a testament to just how much money EnVy had. They still full buy with Molotovs, AWP for Kenny, everything they want. And a kill as well. Timing is there. MSL blinded, doesn't even know what hit him. And well, now it's a man advantage here for EnVy. And again, they go back to that spread. Pimp, though, is going to punish Kyoshima over in the B hall. So bring it back to a 4-on-4. But that old 1.6 style, that peak, that jump peak from Kenny, that was perfect. Schneider just gone.
Really good stuff there.
That's when Kenny starts to feel it, you know? That's when you start to see a glimmer of the old Kenny who was so brave, would just peek all angles.
Yeah, he's definitely making his way back to that level. Oh, Kirby body blocking the Molotov. Maybe he could have like caught it and thrown it back.
Oh yeah, man. We call him now. Oh, nice shot. A little late on the HE, unfortunately. That's only going to tag up Kenny. Molotov going down. Double molly, in fact. Pimp can't even get anywhere here. And now it's going to come down to his teammate, basically. Kirby working his way through. Does he get the drop?
Wow.
This could be the moment here. Kenny's protected from the angle, and yeah, Apex just there to shut him out.
That's so hard as well, because even if he wins the first fight, there's a guy really close that knows exactly where he is, and that's going to make it tough. So Not an easy retake for Dignitas, and Envy going to bounce up to 8 rounds now. And if we bring up the scoreboard here, Dignitas, what kind of money do they have outside of this AWP? It's not that great. So this is the problem. Again, 2 rounds in a row that they've won, and they've secured almost no kind of bank. I mean, I don't know what's up here.
No, this is looking very much like a 9-6 situation here for Envy, honestly. Unless Pimp can come up with some kind of like masterful play with the AWP in the next round, catch Envy off guard, be really mobile. You know, get that first pick, rotate around, get another pick, like something along those lines. I mean, that's what's going to have to happen here because the rest of Dignitas, as you guys can see, it's like a shotgun. MSL could afford to pick up an M4, but everybody's just so broke on the defense. Whereas Envy, again, full buy for them. Double AWP, triple AWP. This is just Envy horsing around. Is Kiyoshima going for... He's actually going for the swap. He's actually trying to walk it forward exactly from spawn. We haven't seen that in a long time, because Happy used to do that on Inferno.
Yeah. They are just having a good time right now. Kiyoshima covering the angle. I don't know. Yeah, just Envy realizing that they're in a really good position and having a good time. 8-6 in the 15th round here, and last one of the half as well. Started off so well for Dignitas, and has a good start here in this round. Almost thought Kenny was about to do some wall banging there. Looked like he was trying to aim through the wall, but not happening.
All right, does Kenny get the drop on Pimp this time? Molotov force Pimp out, but Pimp's on the site. This time Pimp is in the proper position. He's got a lot of room to maneuver around here. He can actually try and step out into the open. The smoke usually goes down here as well, so Pimp can hold that close angle onto the site. But it doesn't look like Envy want to commit to the A site for now. They're wrapping back around into mid, and Schneider's close enough to hear these steps. This is a very valuable information here for Dignitas, and he actually commits. He goes right through, and BK just gone. Has no idea what hit him, but there's the refrag coming in from Apex.
What a shame. AC trying his best, but he goes down to Kenny, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 2 here. 25 seconds. MSL up on top here. Molotov goes through, and that forces him out, but Kenny's ready. I mean, the kind of teamwork that you're seeing here from Envy is you know, it's just instinct, basically. Yeah. They know that if someone's up there with the Molotov, he's probably going to peek, and I'm not sure what's happening to MSL's model. It's like weirdly crouched over here. Now it's all on Pimp, and he goes down. Kenny with a godlike peak there, and that's going to make it 9-6 in favor of Envy after a terrific, what was it, 5-round start for Dignitas?
Yeah, it was 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's where basically the pain train just started to set out there for Envy. They just, put 7 rounds up on the board before Dignitas could start replying at all. So, I mean, the problem is that, well, it's pretty obvious if you guys have watched any cash, or at least high-level cash, it's just that right now, we expect this kind of scoreline for Dignitas. We expect them to have 9 rounds, Envy to have 6, and even then it would be kind of a close kind of situation. The fact that Envy have picked up 9 rounds on the T side is a huge lead going into their defensive half here. So they're going to get the swap over onto that CT side, and I mean, they struggle with pistols, but they're still just as dangerous when it comes to, you know, that second round force buy situation. Boom. Schneider with the no-scope. Okay, then.
The question is, how can they bring it back at this point, though, on the Dignitas team? It's true that Envy's style is a little bit more effective on the terrorist side, because, you know, you keep forcing, you know, you keep that economy pressured on the CT side, and, you know, you end up with what Dignitas were in here, the really bad position where they can't ever really put together really good buys. Yeah. So that's harder to do on the CT side. You know, if you keep forcing up on CT side, you're gonna, instead of sort of wrecking the opponent's economy, you'll often wreck your own. So they might have to switch up their style a little bit here, but it's still, I think, pistol win here for Dignitas is crucial. They need that.
And there's actually a really good point to be made there, because we were always wondering as well when the roster shift came in, you know, how does that work with Kenny? Because you know, you're always talking about forcing CT. It's the Envy trademark. They just force, and never really rely on the AWP. And all of a sudden, they've got a guy who's absolutely lethal with the AWP, and who you want to get him that gun every round. Yeah. So then I think there was definitely like a growth period there where they had to try and find that comfort zone. Envy, Happy in particular, right? When do they force? When do they try and play for Kenny's strengths?
Oh, smoke is up, flashes through, and he goes down. Just run over by that Glock from Kirby, but then comes Apex with a double headshot in return. Happy gonna click away, Pimp, and it all falls apart. AC's gonna get the plant in the A-bomb site, which is miles away from where Envy are, but they are quick on their feet. Schneider playing close to the truck here, has to buy a lot of time. He has to stay alive for a good 10 seconds and not even getting to 3. It's gonna be AC left alone, back of sight with the Glock in hand, trying to see if he can win that fight, but gets sat down up against the wall. And the cords come out. Yeah. Somebody's going to fold a little donkey hat, you know, some donkey ears out of paper. Your teachers ever do that?
Is that something in Denmark? Is that something? That used to be something in France.
Like pin the tail on?
No, where it's like, you know, if you were an unruly student or something, right? They would make like a cone hat or something, and they'd write donkey on it, and you'd like have to go and sit in the corner. Never had that?
No. I think
yeah, that too.
Maybe I went to a weird school, but I feel like the high point for us is if they said, you know, you're gonna have to leave, then like you left class and you go and sit in the library or something. So then it's like, no class, great, I'm not doing anything.
That was always exactly like just so ineffective, like a way to actually try and control things.
Yeah, what a shame. Kiyoshima with some good spree down here, and he will end up dropping to Kirby, who runs close in. Good job on Kirby last couple of rounds here. Kenny now trying to see if he can stay alive, but Kirby will actually take him down, and it's now well, not even that. Kirby goes down a Happy, who picks up a double off his own, and that's going to be the round. So some good damage being put out there. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and 11-6 right now, and EnVy inching very close to a victory here.
5 rounds away. And they still kind of dodge it, keeping those players alive. Kenny just can't catch a break right now. 2 rounds running where he's just trying to dance on the edge of that smoke, and he really isn't getting too much luck. Dignitas keep, well, pummeling him. Pimp, MSL, Shine, I mean, they do get a pretty reasonable buy here, Dignitas. So now we have to see, are they going to be able to actually press forward onto the site? Doesn't look like they're showing any fear. They want to just go fast, straight onto the site, overwhelm the defense quickly, and MSL starts it off strong.
AC with the follow-up kill, Happy. Good kill there, drops the bomb as well, goes for a little bit more, could have maybe shot Kirby in the back, but he is himself going to go down, so now 2 versus 4, and yeah, EnVy making a smart choice and retreating here, not really worth it. And again, this is the difference, you know, on that CT side, you really got to hold onto those guns, otherwise you're going to be in a bad spot fast, so we'll see if they can survive with both of these. Especially
when, well, I mean, Kiyoshima just wishes he could get up onto that A site because all 3 of the guns got dropped there, and he is sitting on a 5-7. Not exactly the best save for him. Oh, no. That swap and that tick is so painful to watch. I thought most players had, like, trained themselves out of that by now. The number of times you actually see a player, like, swap their gun and it cost them their life in the end. Their lives, because now, well, AC's actually abandoning it because he's got so many teammates there. Kenny picks up 1, nearly a second. If he'd taken out Pimp, that would have been fantastic. But Kiyoshima, in the meantime, has found himself an M4, so he's actually pretty happy with that.
11-7. Still, I feel like it's a long ways back, but they have managed to win that crucial round there. And I mean, the rushing approach really worked out. Just running in, getting that entry frag, and leaving Happy alone on the bomb site. It's not a bad start. See if they can continue. They don't have an AWP on the CT on the terrace side here, though. I mean, Kenny obviously had his, so a bit of an indication. I think maybe the dignitas do want to keep a certain pace. And yeah, they are going to be running straight in. Kiyoshima goes down, and it's a good kill from NBK. Next one as well, going to go to his way, and that's NBK with a 3rd headshot of the round, shutting down MSL, and that's going to be the end of the round. That's a ridiculous way to end it.
Oh my god, and that's going to be soul-shattering. Look at the economy for Dignitas now. It's got to be a buy. Do they go for the eco?
The thing is, I mean, usually you don't want to have discussions in the middle of a match about what went wrong, but every once in a while, you know, you kind of can't help doing it anyway. So if you ask yourself, like, what could we have done differently? It's like, well, there's not a lot you could have done differently. Like, you know, just don't get headshot everyone by NBK. It's, I mean,
ever since the patch update, it just seems like Deagles have become that much stronger. Like, ridiculously strong now. Just like every day there's a new Deagle ace that's being posted on Reddit, and just like players are getting so deadly with that pistol.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much getting to sort of a 1.6 or source level of stuff, which I kind of don't mind. I feel like it's so cool, isn't it, though?
I mean, you know, the guy who's happy about this obviously is Scream. Like, headshot percent just going through the roof right now.
I've seen those posts on Reddit. Like, he went from like 95 to 96, and like, you know, it's like, just in case you guys thought it was a fluke or anything, you know, I'm here the next day doing better, don't worry. Yeah, good times. I mean, I think it must add to the frustration. It's one thing to lose where you can identify the method by which you lost, you know, like, hey, you know, next time check the corner, because there was a guy in that corner and he killed 3 people. That's why we lost that push, you know. If you can do that, then you can kind of like mentally stay focused. Just think, all right, that's all right. I know what went wrong, so we'll just not make that mistake again, and then, you know, we'll be better. But it's really hard when you actually do run everything pretty well, and it comes down to, you know, NBK hitting a triple headshot. Oh, boosting up, running with the fire. What is this? That might have been just a bit too much.
No Kevlar. And he's still willing. I'm wondering, though, I don't know if anybody was there. I was too focused on Pimp's health bar to see if anybody actually spotted him go down into this corner. I mean, Envy's response to this is actually giving up full mid control.
Oh, wow. AC now leading the charge, and they know there's a guy in main, so NBK is now trapped in that corner. Happy jumps over and he spots it, and NBK is going to go down. Happy might have been next in line, but he barely survives, and he's going to make it back around the corner. So bomb's being picked up now in T main, and still about 50 seconds left. I don't know about that jump. I think that was too much. That was too big of a commit there.
That was super brave. The only way that makes sense, I think, is that he was hoping that somebody would be like facing in connector, right, and just not expecting. Like, he'd catch somebody off guard really quick, and then he drops back off again. But then, I don't know, that snap decision. Another call here. Mid round is coming in for a B split. I mean, basically like a B rush. They're going through checkered. They're trying to make their way through main right now, and this is now going to be all on Dignitas. But Kiroshima's here. The defense is solid. Kenny, sorry man, you can't crouch yourself into a ball small enough for Kirby not to miss that shot.
Happy there with a shot, and Kiyoshima up on the site. He's right underneath. A bit of a no-scoping going on, and Pimp picks up that kill. Still the 11 health left from earlier in the round. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and Apex, he's so close. When Pimp tries to this plant, Apex is going to be walking in the round. It's already won, and that's going to be it. Envy, they pick it up. Pimp, I mean, he didn't realize where Apex was, and he really couldn't have, so 14-7. It was a nice attempt there from dignitas, but it doesn't work out.
No. And even with MSL making an interesting read, I mean, deciding that perhaps Envy had rotated an extra man over onto that A site. They might be a little weak on B. They might have a guy in Link and one on B, right? You know, that'd be the ideal situation. And unfortunately for him, the defense, like, they just went 2 and 2, or it was just 2 guys holding solid on the B site for Envy. Worst case scenario there for Dignitas.
Seems like we might have a bit of a Tech-9 rush going into B right now as the smokes and flashbangs are going up. It's a good setup here for Envy to deal with it, though. Molotov not going to do much. Kenny putting out some defensive grenades as well. And Kiyoshima should be able to get at least a couple of kills here if they try and make their way through. Flashbangs in. And Kenny getting 2 for 1. Shuts down MSL and Kirby. And a no-scope to finish it off on Schneider as well. Oh no, Kenny finally going to go down. AC picks up a double, but obviously too late at this point here. Is going to be all on AZ, 1 versus 2. He's got the armor, so if Envy screw it up, he could win the round, but it will be very difficult.
Yeah, Envy shouldn't be making any mistakes here. They have Happy going up on high. They are splitting up. NBK holding passively, and Happy is in here. They aren't actually in positions to be able to refrag. If Happy misses this shot, and there it is. Oh no, it's NBK actually getting the miss. Happy was the one holding back.
Oh.
And Happy actually wins that, but... Oh, wow. That shouldn't have happened.
True Happy style. He always does this.
I'm really surprised that it was like... Actually, I'm not in the end if you think about it. Because I thought that Happy would be the one, you know, going gung-ho and getting out there. But NBK sacking himself for Happy, that actually kind of like just perfectly makes sense. Actually.
Oh,
that's kind of what Happy's all about.
Beautiful stuff.
Well,
oh, we've got it in. Oh.
So they lined it up pretty perfectly for him.
Yeah. MSL and Kirby both like, notice me, Kenny.
Yeah, NBK's like mediocre.
Just to bring up a point from earlier, that Molotov that Pimp was running through, the only way that makes sense to do is if because you want to sort of beat the timing that's in the CT's head. You want to say they think that no one's going to come through for the next 10 seconds or whatever when the Molotov is down, or 7 seconds. So I'll push through before then. But then when he pushes through and stops on the other side, it just sort of defeats its own purpose, doesn't it? I feel like he should just keep going. You're at 11 health, just keep running.
Oh, buddy. Poor timing there for NBK, and now it's going to be Happy. And the Molotov is there. They run right through. Misses the point blank flick. MSL catching him off guard. That was very well done. And now Kenny's trying to hold the angle from Truck. He's over in CT. 5 players alive. Still for Dignitas. Finally, Kenny lays into one of them, but it's still a 2-on-4 retake. And now, 1-on-4 as Kirby takes off Kiyoshima's face.
Kenny last man left here. Nothing you can do to really win the round. Good flick, and somehow ridiculously it hits. I mean, if we can get that in super slow motion, that'd be interesting. I feel like that was some Kenny speed right there. Bring up the scoreboard. What's Kirby's score like right now? He's actually made quite a comeback into this game here, so that's some good stuff on his part.
Yeah, he started off, what was it, like 1-3-8 or something? Like,
horrible start for him.
Really slow, and yeah, he's certainly come back into it. Maybe you know, similar thing to what we were saying with Happy earlier, where, you know, it takes Happy a little bit of time to warm up. I mean, it's definitely not ideal, especially if MBK is the first man getting picked off in a rush, you know, because then it just leaves Happy alone with an AWP. Not the best weapon at all to be dealing with that kind of situation. So Dignitas, it just seems like Dignitas right now, they're just going to try and keep Envy guessing. It's either a B rush or an A rush. Not very subtle, right? And just all commit. Let's see. So yeah, double scope, and he sees the boot, I think.
How much of it?
There it is. Yeah.
Come on, Kenny. Like, that is so ridiculous, isn't it? Well, he's going to have to make a big impact for Envy to win this round. He's got the only rifle and also the only armor and grenades, so see if he can do some damage here. And they are almost all stacked up in that B bomb site too.
Yeah, Envy, bit of the gamble on their side.
I kind of like it though, because that means if the AWP dies in Kenny's hands, you know, there's a chance they can still save it.
Do something with it, you're right. I mean, this might be a little unfortunate for AC.
Oh, almost a shot through there. It will be 4 versus 5 here. Kenny randomly shooting at the wall, not going to pick up anybody. And NBK hiding in this corner with the deagle in hand. See if he can do it one more time here.
He's got Kevlar as well, so he's not going to have to worry about it. There it is. Point blank shot, and he's not going to get it. Really needed that first shot to go in. And Kenny gets mid-air shot onto Kirby. And now he's got the angle. He's got the man boxed. MSL's going to get that plant. Timing isn't there, though. MSL, good dodge on his part. And Kenny is still here somehow. Man advantage now for Team Envy. They've even picked up an AK on Apex, and Apex is willing to take that fight with MSL. Gets overwhelmed, and now the push begins.
Pimp Schneider, 2 versus 3 here, and it's going to be 2 versus 2. Happy making his way in towards the bomb site. Kiyoshima picks up 1 headshot. Pimp still alive here. So 1 versus 2. Kiyoshima's going to get the kill. Is there enough time for this defuse, though? Happy he is on it, but it must have been... Oh, just at the end, and that's going to be it. Envy picking up this game, and I mean, they made them fight for it at the end, didn't they? But they had so much of a lead from the first half that it kind of was a little bit tough.
Yeah, they definitely put up a bit more of a fight than Penta did, I guess. That's what we could say.
More of a fight, you're right. Penta set like a low baseline for the beginning of the evenings, and I was slowly moving up here. Not too bad.
Well, hold on. What else? Who else do we have coming up next? Because it's going to be
Nip.
I mean, Nip Dignitas. This could also be. I mean, I could see the more random approach working for MSL in this case versus NIP.
Yeah, and they're playing Dust 2 as well, which is kind of like that's I think actually a map that Nip are going to be like a little bit hard to contain on, because like they're lately crazy. Like you've seen Forest stopping on that map and it to great success. So I feel like it's going to be really tough. I think for Dignitas to stand up on Dust 2, but still. I mean, we did predict that Envy were going to be the superior team, and they did end up sort of showing up. So
yeah, and then basically just brutal. Nothing really that Dignitas were able to do in that map, it seems, especially once Envy get up.